Good evening, students. Question 1. Why is Detroit filing for bankruptcy? Pause the audio. The main reason why Detroit is filing for bankruptcy is to protect it from its creditors. Generally speaking, when a person or an organization declares bankruptcy, the people they owe money to cannot, after that, force them to pay up. And Detroit is hoping that this will be the situation with them. Question 2. What will be the main effects for people in Detroit if the bankruptcy filing is allowed? Pause the audio. One of the main effects will be to reduce the benefits available for retired people and possibly also health benefits. So people who had expected a pension may find that this pension is going to be vastly reduced. Question 3. Can you say something about Detroit's financial position to explain their need to declare bankruptcy? Pause the audio. The main problem is that since 2008, the city has been spending $100 million per year over and above its income, and now has outstanding debts of over $18 billion. Clearly, unless the city does something drastic, this situation can only get worse. Question 4. The article mentions several factors which have been involved in causing this disastrous situation in Detroit. Can you tell me something about these? Please pause the audio. Perhaps one of the main factors is that Detroit previously, maybe 150 years ago, was the hub of the car manufacturing business in America and was very successful. However, over recent years, with foreign car manufacturing competition, the big three car manufacturers in America have lost substantial business, which has led to reduced jobs in Detroit and eventually a far reduced population. The population used to be about 1.8 million, but it has now reduced to around 1/3 of that at about 700,000. Another major factor was the financial crisis after 2008, resulting in a massive drop in economic activity. This has led to substantially reduced tax revenue for the city, 20% less for property tax, and income tax has reduced by 30% since 2002. Other factors include a mostly very uneducated population. Only 82% of people have only high school diplomas. Last question, and this is an essay question. What do you think the city of Detroit should have done to have avoided the current problems? Now, this is a descriptive essay as opposed to an opinion-based essay. Most essays you get will be opinions. What's your opinion about this or that? Descriptive essay is slightly different. We still have the introduction and conclusion, but the central 2 or 3 paragraphs will be describing different aspects of, in this case, how the problem should have been solved. So let's run through it with you. So introduction, just talk about the bankruptcy, the financial problems in Detroit. Then the next 3 paragraphs will discuss different ways they could have solved the problem. Top of the list must be financial management by city officials. You should be talking about things like how the city should keep tight control over their expenditure, which should not substantially exceed income in any year. Second paragraph, you can talk about speed of adjusting to changing situations. So this is a very good example of a city which has undergone major changes due to factors outside its control, such as foreign car manufacturing competition and a worsening economy. So talk about and give examples about how necessary it is for any organization to adjust to the reality of the day. Third paragraph, maybe you can talk about long-term sustainability, how all organizations, especially government organizations, should have solid long-term criteria for making a city successful, focusing on necessary infrastructure such as education, law, and business support. Conclusion should be something like, the problems which have befallen Detroit are problems which we can all learn from for both our private and professional lives. We can see how important it is to plan ahead, to clearly delineate our objectives, and always be willing to adjust to changing circumstances. Thank you for listening, students. See you at your next class.